Right, so picture this. It's a Wednesday, chucking it down in London as usual. The sky is a dull grey, and the rain is relentless, soaking everything in sight. People are bustling about with their umbrellas, trying to stay dry, but it's just another typical day in the city. I'm up to my eyeballs in paperwork, same old grind. The desk is a mess, papers everywhere, and I'm feeling the weight of the endless tasks piling up. It's one of those days where you just can't see the light at the end of the tunnel. My boss calls me into his office, talking about some business trip to Cyprus. He's going on about meetings and networking, but all I can think about is getting out of this dreary office. 2 days, expenses paid, all that jazz. It sounds like a dream come true, a perfect escape from the monotony of my daily routine. I'm thinking, Cyprus, sun, sea, anything but this office. The idea of warm sand between my toes and the sound of waves crashing is too tempting to resist. I didn't even have to think about it. "Count me in," I said. I rushed home, threw some clothes into a suitcase, and couldn't wait to leave. Little did I know this trip was about to turn my whole life upside down. I boarded the plane with a mix of excitement and curiosity, not knowing what to expect. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much from Cyprus. I had my doubts, thinking it might just be another overhyped destination. I thought it'd be all concrete jungles and tourist traps, the kind of place where you can't escape the crowds and everything feels commercialized. But let me tell you, from the moment I stepped off that plane, it was like stepping into a whole new world. The warmth of the sun hit me and I felt an immediate sense of relief. The air was warm, the sun was shining, and the people were so welcoming. Everywhere I went, I was greeted with smiles and kindness. It was like someone had hit the reset button on my life. I felt rejuvenated, like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders. The beauty of the island, the friendliness of the locals, and the sheer joy of being in such a stunning place made me realize how much I needed this break. Now, don't get me wrong, my life in London wasn't bad. The city had its charm, with its vibrant energy and endless opportunities. I had a decent job, a nice flat, all that. My apartment was stylish, and my job paid well enough to afford a comfortable lifestyle. But something was missing, you know? There was this nagging feeling, a void that I couldn't quite put my finger on. I was stuck in this routine, working my arse off for a company that didn't really care. The daily grind was wearing me down, and the stress was palpable. I was good at my job, mind you, but it wasn't exactly setting my soul on fire. I felt like a cog in a machine, just going through the motions. I was earning good money, but what was the point if I was too knackered to enjoy it? The fatigue was constant, and the paycheck felt like a consolation prize. I was living for the weekends, counting down the minutes until I could escape the office. Each tick of the clock felt like an eternity. It was no way to live, really. The loneliness and isolation were creeping in, making me question my choices. I knew I needed a change, but I was too scared to make a move. The fear of the unknown was paralyzing, keeping me stuck in place. I was comfortable, and sometimes comfortable can be more dangerous than scary. Comfort can lull you into complacency, making it harder to take that leap of faith. But then Cyprus happened. It was like the island just got under my skin. The pace of life was slower, more relaxed. People took the time to chat, to enjoy a coffee in the sunshine. There was a real sense of community that I'd never experienced before. And the food. Oh my God, the food! Fresh fish, juicy olives, salads bursting with flavor. It was a million miles away from the soggy sandwiches and meal deals I was used to. For the first time in ages, I felt truly alive. I was laughing more, smiling more, and I hadn't even been there a full day. By the end of that first day in Cyprus, I knew I didn't want to leave. I remember calling my mum from my hotel room, telling her I thought I'd made a mistake. "This isn't a business trip, Mum," I said. "This is where I'm supposed to be." Of course, she thought I was off my rocker. "You've got a good job in London, Stacey. Don't do anything rash." But I knew in my gut that this was the right decision. So I did something I'd never done before. I listened to my heart instead of my head. I called my boss and told him I wouldn't be coming back. Just like that, I quit my job and booked a one-way ticket to my new life. Section 5. Finding my voice. Now, I'm not going to lie, the first few months were tough. I felt like I was constantly battling self-doubt and uncertainty. I was skint, living off savings, and had no idea what I was doing. Every day was a challenge, and I often wondered if I had made the right decision. I missed my family and friends like mad. The loneliness was sometimes overwhelming, and I found myself longing for the familiar comforts of home. But I was determined to make it work. I knew deep down that this was my chance to create something meaningful, something that was truly mine. I knew I couldn't go back to my old life, not after experiencing the magic of Cyprus. The beauty of the island and its vibrant culture had captured my heart. That's when I had this crazy idea. YouTube. It seemed like the perfect platform to share my journey and connect with others. I'd always loved telling stories, and I thought, why not share my experiences with the world? I wanted to show the real Cyprus beyond the tourist spots. I started filming my life in Cyprus, the good, the bad, and the downright hilarious. Every day brought new adventures and challenges, and I captured it all. I talked about the culture, the food, the people, everything that made this island so special. I wanted my viewers to feel like they were right there with me. To my surprise, people actually liked it. The positive feedback and growing subscriber count were incredibly encouraging. My channel started to grow, and before I knew it, I was making a living from doing what I loved. It was a dream come true, and I felt grateful every single day. Section 6. Embracing the island life. It's been a few years now since I made that life-changing decision, and I can honestly say I've never looked back. Cyprus has become my home. I've swapped my high heels for flip-flops, my laptop for a camera, and my stress headaches for sun-kissed shoulders. I wake up every morning to the sound of the waves crashing on the shore. I spend my days exploring hidden coves, trying new restaurants, and chatting with the locals. I've even picked up a bit of Greek, although my pronunciation still needs some work. Section 7. A new chapter. Life in Cyprus is definitely different from my old life in London. It's slower, simpler, and so much more fulfilling. I've learned to appreciate the little things like a good cup of coffee, a chat with a friendly face, or a stunning sunset over the Mediterranean. I'm not going to lie, there are days when I miss my old life. I miss my family and friends, and I miss the hustle and bustle of London. But then I remember why I left, and I know I made the right decision. Section 8. No regrets, just sunshine. Moving to Cyprus was the scariest and the best decision I ever made. It's taught me to trust my gut, to chase my dreams, and to never settle for anything less than extraordinary. I've found my place in the world, and it's right here, on this beautiful sun-drenched island. And who knows? Maybe one day you'll be sipping cocktails on the beach with me, watching the sun go down over the Med. You never know where life will take you, do you?